Prime Edition kicks off right now. President William RUTO has tonight warned Kenyans, leaders, politicians, and the media to exercise sensitivity and refrain from discussing military matters casually. President RUTO has called for collective responsibility and action in the security and stability of the country. He made the remarks during the Cadets Commissioning Parade at the Kenya Military Academy in Lanet, Nakuru County on Wednesday. The president was firm that the government would defend the military by all means possible from being maligned, saying they are the guarantors of Kenya's stability and development.
National prosperity is built on the pillars of peace, good governance, and inclusive development. Our defense forces are key to upholding these values. Their presence ensures stability, attracts investment, and inspires both national and global confidence. I therefore want to urge all Kenyans, leaders, politicians, journalists alike, that our military men and women are the anchor for our stability, the insurance for our development, and therefore we must be sensitive and keep off matters military in random talk. My administration and myself as Commander-in-Chief will defend by all means possible our military as they guarantee our stability and our development.
With just 2 months remaining to the end of the financial year, the government is yet to disburse 33 billion shillings to the National Government Constituency Development Fund, sparking concerns among lawmakers. This follows the release of 7 billion shillings to the NGCDF board on Wednesday, after members of parliament raised the alarm over delayed disbursements that have hampered development activities at the constituency level. Appearing before the National Assembly, Treasury Cabinet Secretary John Mbadi defended the government's fiscal position, attributing the delays to liquidity constraints experienced in the first quarter of the year. He cited competing statutory obligations, including debt repayments and pressures from the Gen Z movement, which he said had strained the government's fiscal headroom.
The plan of releasing NGCDF, which is 7 billion per month, taking into consideration that NGAF is just 3.5 billion, which has been reduced, we want to request that this money, at the beginning of every financial year, it is released as a lump sum.
It does not make sense, Honorable Mbadi, my good friend, to say you gave the Speaker a plan on how you are going to disburse these monies. Then later on, you are bringing in the issues of disbursements, of capitation. The Mbadi I know, you should have foreseen that. You are an expert. By the time you are giving that commitment, Honorable Mbadi, those are things that would have been on your fingertips.
The same month of January, Mr. Speaker, this is the time that you pay most of the loans, especially the loans which we took bilateral loan, we took from China to pay for SGR. This is the month that we paid on 16th of January, 10.6 billion for foreign payments. The same January 17th, we paid another 59 billion. I want to jump other small amounts and indicate the same January on 24th, we paid 3 billion. The same January on 21st, we paid 1.1 billion. So if you add the total amount that we paid for loans in January alone is 75 billion. I will tell you, you have not released any money to counties and you have not released any money to CDF.
Now, 6 days after a dramatic start to the Kenya National Drama and Film Festivals in Nakuru, the state concert proceeded in Nakuru with President William Ruto attending the event. The head of state warned politicians against pursuing what he termed as selfish interests to push for political agendas through creative arts. Playwright Cleophas Malala accused the state of intimidation against the play Echoes of War by Butere Girls High School, leading to a walkout by the students last week.
I must say this as leader and parent, that equally as leaders, as parents, as teachers, we must also protect our children from pedophiles and drug peddlers and predators who want to corrupt our children. We must say no to people who want to corrupt our children with negative ethnicity and negative politics. We are a great nation, and there is more to celebrate as Kenyans than the negativity that some of us want to drive. We have more to celebrate as a nation, and that I will firmly stand by, to protect our children and to make sure that we have a nation. And I will not allow this nation to go down the drain for the people who are pursuing their own selfish and narrow interests.
Cabinet Secretary nominee for Public Service, Geoffrey Ruku, penned his farewell message to Parliament ahead of his appointment to the ministerial position. Ruku's nomination was approved by the Committee on Appointments with a final step left, and that is the swearing into office by President William Ruto. Ruku, the former member of Parliament from Mbeere North, is expected to take up the position after former Cabinet Secretary Justin Muturi was fired from Cabinet in March. Political pundits have attributed the appointment as a move meant to calm the people of Embu and the larger Mount Kenya region.
I'm fully convinced and confident that the role I have been nominated to in the executive to be an extension of the work I have begun here in Parliament. As a registrar, I was guided by the call to be faithful and diligent in the service to the people. As a Cabinet Secretary for Public Service, Human Capital Development, and Special Programs, the same oath will continue, only on the broader scale and with even more greater responsibility. I am reminded of the ones in the Gospel of St. Luke, chapter 12, verses 48. To whom much is given, from him much will be required, and to whom much has been committed, of him they will ask much more. Honorable Speaker, I am proud to have faithfully represented the people of Mbeere North and have contributed to legislative agenda and deliberations whose impact will endure beyond my time here. Indeed, should my nomination be approved, which has been approved?
Yes. Your nomination has been approved.
Indeed, with my approval, which was done this morning, I will continue to engage with the House though from the other side, particularly during question time and other matters of oversight.
A section of cost-based UDA party members have slammed the Nyali Member of Parliament Mohammed Ali's intentions of defecting from the ruling party, saying it has no political implications in the region. Mohammed Ali, a staunch supporter and the only UDA elected leader in Mombasa County, has accused the Secretary General of UDA, Hassan Omar, of interfering with the grassroots elections and mobilizing supporters against him. Ali, in a televised interview, threatened to defect from the party if Omar does not desist from the alleged actions.
Huku kujiondoa kwake kwa UDA, sijui sisi haina impact yoyote kwa chama, kwa sababu ndugu yake mwenyewe anaitwa Duba anasimama Ziwa la Ng'ombe, na amesimama Ziwa la Ng'ombe na certificate ya UDA, na nendeni kwa mtandao mtaona amepost na amepita pale kituo chake. Anaitwa Duba, amesimama Ziwa la Ng'ombe. Ambaye candidates wake wote, ndugu yangu Samiri pia alikuwa ndiye chair wetu, sisi tukupande yetu kwa na chair hali amesikitaka. Pia alisimama kituo chake cha Kongowea ama na kule Mvita kote amepita. Na hawa ni watu wako na wafuasi kama vile mimi na Kitaka na Fatuma. Na sasa hao watu wake anasema ataondoka nao. Wajua huyu ni political tourist vile campaign manager amesema Fatuma. Sasa yeye ana exercise ile tourism, yani anatembea tembea. Kesho mtasikia ameenda kusimama pia Isiolo, ametoka Isiolo, anasema yeye anaweza simama Nairobi useneta. Sasa hii utasikia anasema anataka Mombasa useneta, mara utasikia anataka kusimama MCA because MCA ina majukumu mengi. Sasa yule jamaa nyinyi hakuna impact akitoka kwa chama itakuwa.
Hivyo nataka niondoe hofu kwa mtu yoyote yule ambaye anafikiria yeye kutoka kwake ametoka na mtu yoyote. Kwa sababu hata wale ambao walikuwa wako chini ama nyuma yake walijitokeza kwa wingi na tukawanyorosha, kumaanisha kwamba walikuwa wako tayari ku-exercise zoezi hili lililokuwa la uhuru kwa kila mtu.
Vile ameweza kuleta hata more numbers kupitia wale wanachama wa vyama vingine kuingia katika hiki chama tawala cha UDA. Kwa hivyo mimi nataka kusema hivi, uchaguzi ulikuwa sawa. Tumeweza kupata numbers nyingi sana wa delegates hapa Mombasa, na watu wengi walijitokeza, na hiyo iko wazi. Hata mkienda kuna zile picha tulikuwa tumeweka kwa mitandao inaonyesha vile watu walivyomiminika kupiga kura. Na ile ilionifurahisha zaidi kama campaign manager ni kwamba watu wengi waliojitokeza na kulichukua na uchaguzi wa amani.
In a strategic move signaling shifting political loyalties, Ford Kenya has officially welcomed two high-profile members of the Nandi County Assembly following the dissolution of the Amani National Congress ANC party. The party received Eliud Kirongo, the minority leader from Kapkangani Ward, and Geoffrey Kevolwe, the minority whip from Kiptuya Ward, during a formal induction ceremony at the party's Nairobi headquarters. The defection, facilitated by Kabwareng Ward MCA Hassan Kagoni, marks a significant gain for Ford Kenya as it capitalizes on ANC's absorption into the United Democratic Alliance UDA party.
Saturday morning we start, Saturday afternoon another function, Sunday.
Right now we are supporting the ruling Kenya Kwanza coalition. We are firmly in there and supporting it. This agreement comes to an end in 2027, and we shall then look for other partners, probably with the same Kenya Kwanza, or if there will be any other partners who share the same policies, the same thinking like us, and we shall continue, because Kenya is not going to have any one ruling party to be who will rule over Kenya. It will be a modality of coalitions.
The home is Nandi, but Ford Kenya is our home away from home. And this is the party of choice for the members of Nandi County who are willing and hoping to join the politics of 2027 and going forward in the nation of Kenya. Nation building of Kenya will strongly depend on the members who are joining Ford Kenya because of its roots, its beliefs, and its manifesto that it has for the people of Kenya.
Na chama hiki ni chama ambacho kimetambaa kule mashinani sababu ya uongozi bora ambao tunaona mbele yao. Kwa hivyo mimi nina furaha, tunaitaki chama kiendelee mbele na tutaleta watu wengi sana kujiunga katika hiki chama.
The Kenya Medical Association, KMA, has called for increased healthcare funding and policy reforms in the health sector that are practical and responsive to the needs of the people. While fielding media questions during this year's annual conference in Kisii County, KMA President Simon Kigondu encouraged medics to vie for parliamentary and county assembly seats in 2027 to better articulate health issues from a professional standpoint.
Tunataka madaktari na wahudumu wa afya wengine ambao waongezwe katika hospitali. Wale madaktari ambao wako ni kidogo, hawatoshi ili mkienda katika zile huduma za afya kuwe na daktari. Na vile tunaangalia haya mambo, tunaendelea kuona ya kwamba tutahitaji daktari katika hata zile level za chini ambazo ni level 2 na 3. Tukienda hivyo, hiyo inaitwa Human Resources for Health, kuongeza ule umaarifa ambako uko kule chini katika community.
But now where we have a problem is how to integrate that and make them work for our citizens. And what is it we want to deliver? We want to deliver quality healthcare to Kenyans, but without necessarily causing a lot of problems in terms of costs. And we've looked at various interventions that have been put in place, and we have a lot of policies. The UHC is a very important policy, but how we bridge that so that we can be able to save lives and improve outcomes is what we have not achieved yet. And we've been here and we've been discussing important discussions around how to be able to bridge that. And a lot of things have come up that are very important. This includes collaborations between various sectors. And here we have the public and the private. One of the things you realize is that we had a big problem when our donors withdrew. That's our major donors in health withdrew their funds. And therefore we really need to think very clearly on how we are still going to bridge that gap and finance healthcare as it should.
Business people in Thika have raised concerns over the activities of commercial sex workers operating within the town's central business district. The traders allege that the sex workers position themselves in front of shops, obstructing customer access and forcing some business owners to close down due to reduced foot traffic. Led by Thika District Business Association Chairperson Alfred Wanyoike, the traders expressed frustrations, noting that despite paying taxes and licenses fees, they are losing business.
Hawa wasichana wenye wanajiuza kimwili na ni wasichana wadogo, saa zingine mtu anakasirika tena sana. Imagine mtu anakuja na simama tu hapa kwa business yako. Unapata hadi customer akitaka kuingia huku ndani, at least akununulia kitu wa kupromote, aweze ingia huku ndani ndo abai nini? Abai hiyo kitu. So mimi kama mmoja wa wafanyabiashara hapa Thika, mimi hiyo kitu nasikia imenikasirisha tena sana.
Leo bado tunaendelea kushutumu ukahaba ambao inaendelea Thika, ambao watu wanasimama mbele ya maduka zetu, na tungeuliza serikali iweke mkazo imalize hizi biashara, kwa sababu maduka nyingi imefunga, manyumba nyingi ya kukaa watu wametoroka, wamehama kwa sababu ya kudhulumiwa na watu wamefanya biashara. Ukahaba ya kusimama kwa barabara tunaikataa kama wana biashara Thika.
Kitu imenishangaza ya kwamba hii biashara imekuwa too much. Hata tunaona wasichana wengine wadogo akikataa shule anaingia kwa hiyo biashara. Ukija hapa jioni, sijui kama ni under 14, under 15 wamejaa hapa. Na ni mzuri sana serikali ichukue hatua ya kumaliza hiyo mambo kabla hata wale wako nyumbani wadogo wasikuwa ati wanapotea shule, akipotea sekondari anakuja hapa, akipotea primary anakuja hapa, na wakipotea majumbani kazi wanakuja hiyo ya ukahaba. Wanafaa wachukuliwe hatua na wengine waangaliwe kama wako na vitambulisho ili warudi shule.
The government is constructing the Regional Center for Marine Transport and Port Logistics at Kombani in Matuga constituency, Kwale County, at a cost of 607 million shillings. Currently 82% complete, the center will train students from Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, South Sudan, and the Democratic Republic of Congo for careers in maritime transport, in seafaring, port management and logistics, ship making, marine science, marine engineering, coxswains, and other specializations in high demand globally. The center is one of the interventions the government is making to revitalize value chains in the blue economy and empower communities who derive their livelihoods from the maritime ecosystem. Deputy President Professor Kithure Kindiki inspected construction works at the Regional Center for Marine Transport and Port Logistics in Kwale.
Vile tuko na ile inaitwa Shimoni Marine Culture Center ya kusaidia kutafuta mbegu ya samaki na mbegu ya wanyama wengine wa baharini. So there is a place for nurturing and culturing seeds and fingerlings and other marine species pale Shimoni tu. Pia hiyo serikali inatumia bilioni 1.4 billion shillings for the Shimoni Marine Culture Center of Excellence. Again, italeta ajira kwa vijana wetu, italeta pesa zaidi kwa mifuko ya wavuvi kwa sababu kutakuwa na samaki wa kutosha, hata saa ingine wa kuongeza baharini, ili ile samaki ambayo tunapata iwe ni samaki ambayo iko tunaweza tumia kwa miaka mingi.
Your Excellency, yangu tu ni kushukuru serikali inaongozwa na Mheshimiwa Daktari William Samoei Ruto. Hii leo singekuwa hii mjengo, tusingepata hawa vijana hapa. Hii ni opportunity ambayo imekuja, create job opportunity kwa watu wetu. Kwa hivyo niseme tunashukuru na tunaona in few months hii maeneo itabadilika kabisa. Kwa hivyo Your Excellency, sisi kama Wakwale tunasema asante kwa serikali yenu ambayo inatujali kama Wakwale.
All right, at that point, allow us to take a quick breather. We'll be back shortly with more news making headlines. Stay with us. During a high-level security briefing held at the Mombasa County Police Headquarters, Commander Nuno emphasized that security personnel will be deployed strategically across the region, especially in popular tourist areas, to ensure maximum safety and deter any criminal activities. In a related move, Mombasa County Commissioner Mohamed Nur Hassan has stated that a multi-agency task force has been activated to oversee both security and transport safety throughout this festive season.
18 who are found in possession of these offensive weapons, pangas, etc., will definitely be charged for the offense of being neglect. If the child is over 18 years and has a parent and etc., the parent will be charged for harboring, comforting, and receiving a criminal who, to his knowledge, has committed an offense. So in either case, whether the child is over 18 years or under 18 years, we are going to take parents head on so that they take their parental responsibilities seriously.
Hii ni multi-agency team tumetengeneza leo ambayo itashughulikia mambo ya barabara to ensure that Kenyans are safe, that we don't have accidents, that people can go on with their life. Na hii tumeshirikiana na watu, all the teams including county government, to ensure there is smooth flow na traffic inaendelea vizuri. Pia ningependa kuhakikishia Wakenya kwamba wakikuja Easter tuko tayari, tumejipanga to ensure that no incident happens and that Kenyans enjoy the holiday here na warudi salama makwao. So karibuni Mombasa.
Operations zile ambazo tumekuwa tukizifanya ni mipango kwanza, kwa sababu tayari tunajua kuwa kuna hizi sikukuu zinakuja. Ni mipango ya kuhakikisha kuwa watu wetu kwanza wapo katika ground ili kuhakikisha kuwa wanafanya kazi na sekta zingine ambazo ni za usalama. Alafu pia vile the focus that we have is on the major highways, like for example exit from Mombasa to Kilifi or Lamu, exit from Mombasa to Nairobi, exit from Mombasa to Lungalunga.
To sports, junior starlets defender Lauren Ilavonga has expressed strong confidence ahead of Kenya's clash with Cameroon in the first leg of the final round of the 2025 FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup qualifier. The highly anticipated match is set for Sunday, April 20th at the Nyayo Stadium. Ilavonga cited lessons learned from the recent international friendlies in Morocco, where Kenya drew 1-1 and won 2-0 in Rabat, as crucial in preparing the team for the challenge ahead. Junior starlets are aiming for a second consecutive FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup appearance, with the 9th edition of the tournament scheduled to take place in Morocco from October 7th to November 8th, 2025. Kenya progressed to the third and final qualification round after a dominant 5-0 aggregate win over Uganda. The second leg against Cameroon will be played on April 25th at the Stade Olembe in Yaounde.
Rahisi but tutangangana venye itakuwa 3 points back home. Makoches wetu bado wanataka turudi tena World Cup, na si makoch peke yake, hadi the whole world inatuangalia sisi junior starlets. Kenya yote inatuangalia sisi, tunataka tena kurudi World Cup.
Sasa inaweza sema morali ya team iko juu, tumepata hiyo confidence, watu psyche iko juu. Venye tulienda World Cup, at least tulilearn vitu mob, na venye tumeweka hizi ma friendly at least zimetusaidia juu venye tulicheza na Morocco hatukuogopa juu tulikuwa tumecheza World Cup na teams kama England na tuka build confidence.
Feeling in the camp, it's so exciting and also it's amazing. Just the way we came back to the camp, it was something that was just perfect on our side, and also just the way our coach took us away to go and have some friendly match in Morocco. So you can find that it was not something just to give us that chance, but it was just to show us that she support for us and she's ready for that and she trusts us.
All right, you know, the beauty about this weekend is that there's a long holiday in it, and that's the Easter holiday. So you have no excuse to miss that match at Nyayo Stadium. And the lowest ticket rate is at 100 shillings, and that is for regular. So it's about time we go and support as well the junior starlets in their quest to qualify for World Cup yet again this year, 2025. Well, at that point, I wrap it up tonight. Thank you for watching. I hope that you are duly informed. Laura Omondi has been on the sign language desk. My name is Cynthia Nanjala. We wish you a wonderful night ahead.